Hi, this is Dr. Lisabeth Saunders, Medlock with Life by Design Coaching, with your life coaching tip of the week for the week of December 19th, 2011. This week I'm going to talk about reinventing yourself, and the reason why I'm talking about that is because on January 28th, 2012, we'll be having our third annual Free Women's event, and this year the topic of our event, we've done a New You, Renew You, and this year it's going to be Reinvent You, transform to create health, wealth, and happiness. So I really want to spend some time focusing on reinvention, especially as the end of the year is coming up and people are going to be making their New Year's resolutions and setting goals for the next year. Reinventing yourself is really something that you can do many times in your life. I always tell people, every time you have a change in your life, and we sure go through lots of them, whether it be ending college, graduating, getting your first job, having your first child, getting married, having no more children at home, changing career paths, becoming single. All of these things are opportunities to reinvent ourselves as we go through life's changes and life's phases. If you see every single change as your life, instead of like, oh no, crud, another chapter in my life, as an opportunity to reinvent yourself and become a better, newer, greater version of yourself, it makes life more interesting, challenging, and joyful. Because it is really about finding your joy. Reinventing yourself comes from the inside. So really what it comes from is really understanding, and you've seen this in previous videos that I focused on, what your purpose in life is, what your mission in life is, what your values in life are, and what kind of path you're headed down. Every time you have a change, remember to think about, what do I really want to be doing? What am I here? What's my purpose? What impact do I want to have? And where do I find my joy, which I think is important? What makes me happy? What could possibly make me happy? And what can I do in this new phase or new chapter of my life? Reinvention, again, comes from in the inside stuff, and eventually it changes your behavior. And a lot of it is basically intentional. I've talked also about intentions and messages and the self-talk that we all do. And a lot of times when I want to reinvent myself or transform myself, I start making very clear intentions about what I want that transformation to look like. I've called them affirmations, and I've talked about them many times. But you can also, what I call, be intentional about it. So, talk to yourself about what you envision, what you want for your future, and put it out there. Write it on cards. Say it every single day. You can even tell yourself, I am willing to change. I accept change. I am not stagnant in my life. I am constantly transforming. I usually say all these messages to myself. And they're good things to remind yourself of. So that whole affirmation and intention goes along with your purpose and your vision and your values. The intention is what will kind of motivate you and give you the jolt to transform your behavior. And then once your behavior changes on the outside, then you're able to set goals and go down new paths and new directions and do it with confidence. And that's what's important, is doing it with confidence and taking risks, because you don't know what the next step is going to be. And you may need to change direction or jump over a wall or go around a rock. But the idea is that you step forward with confidence and with boldness into the new direction that you want to go as part of reinventing yourself. And reinventing yourself outwardly could be the way you look. People that are doing weight loss, different things to their bodies, dressing differently. It can be reflected on the outside too. Wait till the New Year's, guys. I'm going to have hair extensions. My hair's going to be like down to here. I'll be in another phase of my reinvention. Who knows what I'll do next? I may have pink hair one year, but I'm constantly kind of changing the way I look to kind of reflect, just doing something new and different in my life. And that's something that you can do too. You can show it on the outside, but it really comes from the inside. Reinvention is fun. Play with it. Play with doing fun and different and new things. I also think it's almost like acting out different roles. I tell people to try different hats on all the time. And sometimes if you act like, I'm an actor in a play and I'm trying on these different hats, you can tell which hats kind of fit you. And it's kind of becomes a fun activity to do, try on these different roles and hats in the process of reinventing yourself, and you can decide which one feels right and is a good fit. So reinvention is also always something I think that people should focus on. Every change in your life gives you an opportunity to reinvent yourself. It's an opportunity to move forward boldly instead of getting mired down in past mistakes. And come to our free event. You'll be hearing more about it on January 28th at 701 Whaley. It's going to be awesome. Awesome gift bags, awesome sponsors, free food, bigger and better than last year, where I, Dr. Shelley Jones from the Chiropractic Wellness Center, and Coulter Roberson from Splitting Assets and Roberson Financial will be doing our Health, Wealth, and Happiness event, Reinvent Yourself, Transform. And I hope you have a great week. This is your life coaching tip of the week. I will be off next week because I am going home for the holidays, and I'll be back on January 2nd, and I'm sure it's going to be one on setting goals for the new year. So happy holidays, happy new year, and I'll see you on January 2nd.